as part of my uniform.
Yeah, I saw that.
Actual real props.
Alright. We can have everyone's attention.
Yeah, I already appreciate it.
We feel that Golden Gate Park is a park for the people and that it should be filled with innocent amusements.
A paradox is not a conflict within reality. It is a conflict between reality and your feelings on what reality should be.
All right, everyone. So hello and welcome to our Golden Gate Park tour. My name is Maddie and I'm going to be leading this tour today. So this tour of the park is going to be kind of unique. We're going to go back to all the way to the beginning and we're going to bring it up to modern times. So if I could just ask that everyone not talk for the duration of this experience, that would be great. All the attention should be right here. We're going to do a little bit of walking, so please do not stray far from the group because I really don't want to have to hunt down anyone. Alrighty guys, you're just gonna follow close like a good little tour group.
So good.
Where are you from?
I'm from Riverside.
That's awesome, welcome. That's super great.
The guy will cover up the body.
Fucking guy.
The guy in the white van. No, don't worry about it. It'll be on the front page tomorrow. The guy, he covered up the body.
It's fine, it's fine. Can we just keep walking?
No.
Guys, I'm so sorry. You're gonna experience a little bit of the eclectic city culture. You get used to it after you live here for a while. Our first historical figure today, we're gonna be talking about John McLaren. So for those of you who don't know, William Hammond Hall and John McLaren were the two men responsible for building Golden Gate Park. John McLaren here is the architect who put everything into action after William Hammond Hall actually passed away before the completion of his project. So a little fun fact about John McLaren was that he absolutely hated statues. He did anything and everything he could to not have any statues or anything unnatural really imposed in Golden Gate Park. So you're gonna hear a little bit about that from our friend John McLaren.
I served as superintendent of Golden Gate Park from 1887 to 1940. My predecessor, William Hammond Hall, and myself cultivated Golden Gate Park. I served as superintendent of Golden Gate Park from 1887 to 1940. My predecessor, William Hammond Hall, and myself envisioned the park to be a place of repose, warmth, and liveament. I expanded this idea through my extensive work of cultivating Golden Gate Park with local and exotic plants from near and far. I also vowed that the park would have no keep off the grass signs to encourage each visitor to become one with the nature around them. But the one thing I could not encourage was the placement of stokies within my park. I would argue with officials every time they wanted to install a new stokie. And yet, here I stand, a stokie myself. If I could plant a tree or a bush in front of me, I would. God knows I've done it to countless of other stokies within the park. A pine cone in my hand to represent the 2 million trees I planted. Notice how I'm directly on the ground, no pedestal for me, symbolic to show my closeness with nature. And the cut at my shin, that was the time someone attempted to steal me. I wish they would have done the job, but I suppose I have my amusements here and there.
All right, so we're gonna move right along. As you guys can see, John McLaren really wasn't someone who wanted any statues in his park. That is a statue that still stands to this day. He did his part in hiding that statue. It's actually buried in his backyard for 90 years before the city found it again.
Wow.
True story. So, next we're going to be coming into the 70s here, or the late 60s, for the Summer of Love. So while the Vietnam War was escalating overseas, the counterculture event, the counterculture phenomenon, the Summer of Love took place in 1967, actually in the Haight-Ashbury district, but the concert took place in San Francisco. It attracted the attention of millions, or hundreds of thousands of young people from across the United States, where they ventured to this eclectic concert, and they were encouraged to tune in to drop out.
It was all about love and peace and the music and sex and drugs.
So good. So good.
Reporting live with Walter.
reporting live with Walter Cronkite. The Marines. Are we on? The Marines have burnt this old couple's cottage. 150 homes were burnt in retaliation to gunfire. In Vietnam, like everywhere else in Asian property, a home is everything. A man lives with his family on ancestral land. His parents are buried nearby. The women and men that remain will never forget this August afternoon. Today's operation burnt down 150 houses, wounded 3 women, killed 1 baby, killed a Marine, and netted 4 prisoners, 4 old men who were not able to answer questions in English. There is little doubt that American gunfire will win a military victory here. CBS Evening News, signing off.
Now we've got a little bit of insight into Summer Love. We're gonna keep moving on here. So if I could just have everyone follow closely. The next landmark we're gonna be talking about today is the AIDS National Memorial Grove. This is a 10-acre space.
There was a man
and
and a woman.
God.
They went into the bushes making love.
Please
The next morning,
Oh.
the cop will be there to uncover the body. They don't know who this person is.
Oh, it's been
They don't know who this person is. The cop come, they uncover the body.
All right, guys.
Dead.
Can we just keep moving?
Dead.
I know he's really, really exciting, but we got a schedule to keep here. So, all right. The 10-acre piece of land where anyone that was directly or indirectly affected by the tragedy of AIDS can come to mourn and eventually rebuild. We can just gather around this lovely lady right here. In 1996, the AIDS National Memorial Grove Act was signed by President Bill Clinton, and this became the nation's official AIDS Memorial Grove. So we're going to hear a little bit about it by the woman who helped fund it, Elizabeth Taylor.
Respect yourselves, love yourselves, protect yourselves, because I will keep talking to you until you do. I won't give up, and I won't give in, because the world needs you to live. I don't think George Bush is doing anything at all about AIDS. In fact, I don't even think he knows how to spell AIDS.
Mr. Vice President! Mr. Vice President!
Tell us your thoughts about this epidemic within education.
Well, as I said yesterday, all life is precious. We're all children under the same God.
Mr. Vice President, would you tell us, are you eager to discuss the moral implications of AIDS?
You got it.
We're live in the Bay Area, where today former President Bill Clinton will speak at the National AIDS Memorial in Golden Gate Park for World AIDS Day. Signing off, CBS Evening News.
If we say I choose inclusion, not division, I choose cooperation, not conflict. If we get the big things right, then we can bend the arc. The arc of the universe is long, but it bends towards justice. May we all have a moment of silence for those who were lost in this epidemic.
I'm not a cop!
Oh my God.
The coroner come in and cover up the body.
I'm gonna call the police.
So, hey, people come in, they go in the bush making love, the next morning they're dead. Game over. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe.
I'm gonna call the cops if you can't move along, sir.
Nobody's safe here.
All right, so we're gonna take it to one of our last landmarks of the tour, the Conservatory of Flowers. It's actually
A 23-year-old woman was found dead with a blunt force trauma
Give him
to her
space.
head in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park on Saturday morning. Has been identified as resident of Quebec, Canada. According to the medical examiner's office, a passerby found Audrey Carey face down near the bison paddock in Golden Gate Park around 9:15 a.m. Saturday morning. Carey's death, which is being investigated as a homicide the night before the Hardly Strictly Bluegrass Festival hosted its first day music further east in the park. San Francisco police don't know if Carey attended the free festival, as there are no tickets or wristbands to track who showed up. We have a passerby and freaking goer of the park. Ma'am, tell us what you saw today.
So, this is my 3rd time at the park today, and I was just doing a run, and I don't want my brother-in-law to hear this, but I saw a dead body being taken away.
Do you feel safe at the park?
Well, That's a great question. It doesn't deter me from coming to the park. It's a beautiful park. I mean, it's a public park in the middle of the city, but it's San Francisco. You need to be careful. There's people everywhere.
Signing off, CBS Evening News.
All right, guys. So it's really not normally this dramatic at Golden Gate Park. I guess you guys just picked a good day. We're gonna take it over here, just kind of get out of their way. I'm sure there's some official police business they have to tend to. Can I just have everyone gather around me really, really quickly, and we'll just wait until we can get everyone here. I'm gonna open it up to just if anyone has any questions. I know there was a fellow earlier that tugged my. Oh, there he is. So did you have a question?
Yeah. I love the, have you seen the roller disco parties?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, actually, I think we're kind of close. Maybe like a little bit to the left. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Like people come here like every week, and they're kind of like local stars, and it's like always happening. And yeah, and there's like a little lawn that you can like sit on and just chill and just like watch people. Yeah, that's a pretty cool spot.
That's awesome. Okay, wonderful, guys. So we're actually gonna head over to the end of our tour. If we could just have everyone follow me closely. This is where we're gonna conclude, so I will just say once again, thank you guys for choosing us. We do accept tips and gratuities, don't be shy. And if anyone would like to give us a rating on TripAdvisor or a Yelp, we would really, really appreciate it. You know, it's what we love.
But the one thing I could not encourage was Stokies in my park.
I don't want to say this in front of my brother-in-law, but I saw a dead body being taken away.
In fact, I don't even think he knows how to spell it.
Nobody's safe!
Signing off, CBS Evening News.
Yeah, they're kind of just like local stars.
Thanks, guys. Woo!